Hello, friends, entomologists, extension staff, and IPM fans everywhere. Welcome to the 2026 BCE Bracket Selection Show. I'm your host, Jim Antz, and with me, my colleague, Bill Rattery. Bill, how are you doing today?
Doing good. Just finished up season 4 of Hell's Kitchen reruns and coming live today from Lake Placid, New York. I'm ready to go. Let's do this thing.
Awesome. Now, Bill, this is a great crew we have on the selections this year. Have you seen a field that was this strong before?
I have not seen anything this spectacular since the induction of Dr. Frischman to the PNP Hall of Fame. I haven't seen something quite this good since that time.
Now, I wasn't available for that. Was that quite a rager?
Yeah. Dr. Frischman had us all on the island, his island, not the Epstein Island. He had on his island, and we partied hard. It was awesome.
Fantastic. So today we're going to go over some of the selections and talk about the snubs and the seeding and who we feel got left out that shouldn't have, and who got too low of a seed. And let's see what we can find out. Now, we do know that right now we have the play-in game ongoing between George Williams and Lance Van Zandt. That's our ACE play-in, Associate Certified Entomologist. We do have this one spot for a Cinderella seed, a 16 seed to make their way into the big dance. And I think we're going to start right there since that game is ongoing. Bill, what are your thoughts on this play-in game we have here with George Williams from NYSUS and Lance Van Zandt from Advanced IPM?
One of the problems I had with the selection committee this year was just like the NCAA tournament, when they always pick too many SEC teams, we've got a plethora of NYSUS representatives in this year's bracket. So while I like George Williams, sweet guy, he does a lot of good things for industry, I think this is the time for Lance Van Zandt. This guy is very involved, very, very involved in the pest control industry. He loves answering trivia questions. I'm kind of thinking this is the year Lance Van Zandt is going to break that rookie status.
Oh my goodness! So he's going to come in as a rookie ACE and maybe upset. I think George Williams might be a slight favorite in this one. George's favorite sayings: "Find the source." He's got 34 years. He's from the East Coast, New York City. So you don't think that the rough and tumble East Coast is going to be able to outdo the West Coast for Lance Van Zandt?
No, this is your typical East Coast, West Coast, and I think the West Coast is going to come out on top this time.
Oh, my goodness. Now, the pedigree for George, Johnson and Wales University in Providence. What do we know about that school?
Well, I know they're a culinary school, so unless he can bake a basket, I don't think that he's getting past Lance Van Zandt.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so let's move on to the next matchup on our bracket. That'd be an 8-9 matchup between Daniel Baldwin from Hawks and Allison Allen from the NPMA.
I mean, the NPMA, play Darth Vader music there real quick. The NPMA, it's hard to go against the NPMA because of things that might come down the pike later. But Allison, very involved. She's a very volunteers a lot of time. The only question I have with Allison, I'm a little bit worried about this, is she flipped from like 2002, 2003 from the Girl Scouts to 2023, 2024 to the Boy Scouts. I'm not quite sure why the flippage there. That might come back to haunt her. Daniel Baldwin, this guy, amazing. He started something at Hawks called the Guarded Harvest, where they actually work with people in Africa. I think it's actually Kenya. I think it might be Kenya, where they work with farmers, agriculture to help get them self-serving, getting their own products and stuff made there. So anyway, he's very, very involved with that type of agriculture. So that might push the 8 ahead of the 9 there. What are you thinking about that, Jim?
Yeah, so, Daniel Baldwin was also on the technical committee for the NPMA, so he may have some ties that he can pull in from, the evil empire that you're talking about there. Now, we also have a difference here. We got Alan from Cornell University, from the Ivy League, and Daniel Baldwin, Excelsior University in Albany. I don't know that we've ever had Excelsior University upset an Ivy League team, but maybe we could see that here.
And I love the Red Hawks. My son himself was at Cornell College in Iowa, not the Cornell University on the East Coast. But that's a tough matchup. I think the selection committee did a really good job on this 8 versus 9.
Yeah, I feel like this one is very close. We have people involved with the National Association and involved with nonprofits. I mean, this is a hard one to call. I think this is a coin flip one.
I think so too. It's just, I think it's going to come down to, is the Guarded Harvest charity group more important than the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of America? We're going to let America decide.
We'll figure it out on the court. The next one, yeah, that's right. The next one we have is actually Dan Collins, a consultant, against JoLynn Tay. JoLynn Tay is our first international competitor in the long storied history of this fake sporting event. She's the first one internationally.
Did you say fake sporting event?
I did.
What did you sign me up for here? Oh, homework I've done? What? Fake? Come on. This is real. This is the nerdiest of the nerds getting together, kicking some butt. Now, come on. We've got some fantastic BCEs here. JoLynn Tay, just if you look at her resume, she's put out so much material. It's hard to ignore her. She's a strong 13, very strong 13. Dan Collins, he is as you know, in the past, Jim Rattery, I have co-hosted at Purdue University at many events, and he has spoken at Purdue University as a public speaker. He has many articles in PMP Magazine. I kind of feel like his expertise is going to lead him on the court past JoLynn Tay, but once again, very strong upstart from the number 13 seed.
Yeah. Now, would you say Collins you might describe as a journeyman?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's been around the block, hasn't he?
Yeah, so we have sort of an old school versus new school here in this matchup. So Dan Collins got his BCE in 2004. JoLynn Tay got her BCE in 2017. So we have sort of the young guns against, I guess, I don't want to say older, but been around. Experienced, let's say.
Wisdom, a lot of wisdom there. That's right.
Wisdom. And this one, Dan Collins, Purdue University, and JoLynn out in Singapore. JoLynn's actually kind of traveling the world now. She's going to be at the PestX, the BPCA puts on in England, in London, coming up in just a week or two. So globe-trotting JoLynn Tay against the journeyman Dan Collins. You're going chalk on this one, though. You think the 4 seed's going to make it?
I think so. I think just experience is going to win out over raw enthusiasm.
Okay. The next one up, we got Muhammad Eldemir from Adams and Michael Bentley from the NPMA. One of the things that jumped out at us right off the bat from this is Michael Bentley is no stranger to fake sporting events with made-up scoring. The NPMA Bug Bites podcast has a monthly event that they crown a winner each time, and it is fairly made up and suspect as far as their scoring goes. Are you aware of this there, Bill?
I am very aware of Bug Bites. In Pest World, I've spoken to Dr. Bentley before about those in the past. They are one of my favorite things in the pest control industry. If any of you out there have not watched the Bug Bites, very fun, especially the one he did with putting the termites in, like with paper towels and rags and stuff to see what they would actually consume. It's very cool. But again, this is I think, in my opinion, Dr. Michael Bentley being a 12 seed is a travesty in this tournament. I think he very well should have been a top 6 in this tournament. But once again, so many qualified people, very hard for the selection committee to come up with something. So for this particular one, I'm going to have to turn to Dr. Austin Frischman, and I'm going to have to look at his 2006 DVD on bedbug control. Yes, folks, this is about 5-6 years after bedbugs started coming out. Dr. Frischman, as always, ahead of his time, and I'm leaning toward Dr. Bentley on this one. But let's talk about. Let's talk about the 5 seed competitor here, because he is Dr. Eldemir is not only is a fantastic name of a rock band from the 1980s, but also he also works for Adams Driving School. I'm sorry, Adams Pest Control. Excuse me. So he no, in all seriousness, he is an incredibly talented person. I'm just looking at number 5 versus 12 seed busts. And if you go to the history of the NCAA tournament, the number 12 seed wins almost 36% of the time. So more than a third of the time, the 12 will overtake the 5. That might happen here.
Wow. Wow. Now, edit. Also for Mohammed Eldamir, great writer, writes in PMP all the time. I love his articles in there, and studied entomopathogenic fungi, which is just near and dear to my heart. I absolutely love seeing that. Now, Mike Bentley, University of Florida, he's the Gators. And we have Mohammed Eldamir, University of Vermont. Vermont and Florida have faced each other 3 times in the tournament. The Gators are 3-0. This is the first time ever that University of Vermont was a favorite against the University of Florida.
And I, unfortunately for Dr. Eldamir, I think he's going to lose again. I really feel like it's going to happen on the court this time for him, that they're going to lose for the 4th time. I will tell you this: if anything carries him past Dr. Michael Bentley really popular on YouTube. But Mohammed Eldamir, very popular in the Minnesota TV stations. He's been on Fox, ABC, CBS. He's been on ABC more than Ted Koppel up there. This guy is all over promoting pest control for Adams, and he does a really great job. So, again, the selection committee did a great job picking this, but I think Dr. Michael Bentley deserved to be higher seed. So I don't think this is as big of an upset as maybe some people will see it down the road.
Yeah, and Dr. Michael Bentley also appeared on the Weather Channel. We have some video of him on the Weather Channel. So neither of these competitors strangers to the media out there. But I think you might be right. This is a really tough one to call, and it might be an upset. So that's a great prediction there. Moving on. Now this one is a wild one. We have Anna Iverson as a 2 seed facing Jamel Sandage as a 15 seed. These two have history. In the long and storied history of this very serious event, we have had Jamel and Anna Iverson face each other every year. This is the first time they will have faced in the first round, and each time Anna Iverson is undefeated against Jamel. This may be the makings of the first great rivalry of this BCE bracket. And amazingly, Anna Iverson, K-State, Jamel, Kansas. It's the Sunflower Showdown. These two, this couldn't be better for the makings of a long-term rivalry right here. How do you see this one playing out?
Well, first of all, let's define rivalry, because Boston Red Sox fans for years said they had a rivalry with the New York Yankees. It's not a rivalry if it's one-sided. So I love Dr. J. Jamel is outstanding. I know him very well. I don't know Anna as much, but Dr. J, he's a competitor. He's fierce. But I don't think we can call it a rivalry just yet, because Anna's got his number. Okay. Now, again, I think Jamel in this particular case, I think a 15 seed is a rough pick for him. But I recently saw, it might have been Chaz Estrada or somebody putting out some posts that Dr. Jamel was going to be on the cover of Fortune magazine. Whether that's fake news or not doesn't matter. The point is the perception's out there. And I think Jamel is getting getting a little airlift going right now. I think you might see him dunk on Anna this time. I think this could be the biggest upset of the tournament, but I think it could happen.
It could be, and that has been the talk, is that a 15 seed is just too low for somebody like Jamel Sandage. Both of them have a very similar game. I think that they when they go head to head, you're talking about two manufacturers reps that are just premier speakers on the circuits out there and do a great job. And so I think that they've all been close in those competitions, and it's just come out on top. But this might be the year for Jamel to finally break through. But boy, to do it, he's going to have to pull off quite an upset.
Plus, it's hard to win back-to-back. It's tough to win back-to-back.
And that is something we failed to mention. Anna is the defending champion of last year's bracket. And just to give a little more context, Kansas leads the direct head-to-head between Kansas and K-State, 207-96, if anyone was wondering.
Ouch. Two of those victories by Anna.
Yes, two of those 96 from the K-State side were from Anna.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. And moving on, we got Timothy Best, the 7 seed, against Mark Vanderwerp from Rose. Now, this is a great matchup because we have just like the last one, we had 2 manufacturers reps against each other. Here we got 2 like technical directors at pest control companies. I love seeing that in the competition. The people that are BCEs that are working within pest control companies, not just in academics or manufacturers reps. How do you see this one playing out?
I'm calling the upset on this one immediately. I think that Mark Vanderwerp is going to pounce on Timothy Best. Let's talk about Timothy Best for a minute. Handsome, articulate. The guy's got it all. Okay. I wish I had half of his moxie and half of his good looks, but he's going up against somebody that's just on fire right now. The viral video footage of Mark Vanderwerp dunking on a bunch of 8-year-olds.
So we actually have that footage right now. We're going to take a look at this. If you just give me 1 second here. Here we go. Let's roll this back.
No pain, no gain, baby.
So there's some interesting things with this. We got this highlight reel here. Is that number 9? If you look at number 9, boy, he looks discontent right there. He number 9 right in the center. Man, that kid is going, oh my goodness, what just happened? And then if you watch this, there may have been like a no call, or there should have been a warning for a delay of game. Mark comes down and he hits the ball away from the third graders, so they can't inbound the ball. I mean, that's he's willing to do whatever it takes to win, I think, is what we're seeing here.
Jim Antz, we've got a call in right now from a very special representative. Who we got on the phone right now?
Hey everybody, it's Dale Baker. JT Awesome, how are ya?
JT Awesome, we're doing good. Hey, we have you seen the brackets that have been put together by our team yet?
I mean, come on, who hasn't seen it? It's the news.
And looking at that real quickly here, Dale Baker, who do you think might get the upset win here in this tournament?
Cleveland Browns, 100%.
Okay, he's obviously been drinking again. Dale, we're going to let you go. Hey, I want to get your opinion on the incredible Kim Kelly-Tunnis and from NICES. What do you think her chances are in this tournament?
Okay, KT? Huh. I mean, look. Listen, the gal has incredible intuition. She's got an amazing mind. I mean, the mind on this one, forget it. I'm going to tell you, she's looking at an 87.2% chance, if I had to guess.
That is fantastic. All right. Hey, Dale, thanks for calling in, buddy. Thanks for calling in the show. You have a great day.
Love you, mean it.
Bye.
So we advanced a little bit up to the 6-11 matchup between Holt and Kelly Tunis, and we will come back to that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Anytime you get a celebrity from JT Awesome like Dale Baker, we got to bring him onto the show real quick.
Absolutely. I love it. I love his prediction. Now, this back to Timothy Best and Vanderwerp. You know, when I looked at Timothy Best, my God, Spartan racer, in shape. I thought, my goodness, this guy's an athlete. And then we got these highlights of Vanderwerp dunking, and I go, oh my goodness, this may be the matchup with 2 people that could potentially actually play basketball.
I think, like I said, Timothy Best, athletic, handsome, he's got it all going. My only question is, and this is why, Mark Vanderwerp, first of all, has got about 6 inches on him. That makes a huge difference in this tournament. But that's 6 more inches of nerdiness that Mark can put out there. But Timothy put his grade point average from college on LinkedIn. Ooh, that to me, that's going out there a little too much, promoting yourself. I don't know, Timothy. But he also went to Southern New Hampshire University. Isn't that the school on late at night when I've drank too much and I'm watching TV and they pop on TV? Isn't that's the school, right?
It may be. And Mark Vanderwerp, you're looking at Michigan State. I don't know that Southern New Hampshire University has ever even played against Michigan State. I think Southern New Hampshire might be Division III, or at least Division II for sure.
That's why I'm thinking it's got to go mean green on this one. I don't see how Timothy can stop the assault of Mark Vanderwerp, just like the third graders couldn't stop him. I don't think Timothy Best is going to get the best of him.
Okay. Moving on to our 314 matchup. We got Shell Hartzer from 360 Pest Consulting against Kyle Selbach from All You Need. Here we have another independent fractional BCE against someone that's working as an operator. What do you think about this matchup there, Bill?
Kyle Selbach might be my favorite competitor in this whole thing. This guy, he's one of those people in our industry that could be the face of the industry for the next 2 to 3 decades. Young, again, very handsome, articulate, owns his own company. I mean, for a BCE to own his own company, I think that's very impressive. And it's one of the fastest growing companies in Florida. A little bit of a door knocker. I'm not a big fan of the door knockers here for this tournament, but he's growing a nice company down there in Florida. And, I think that that goes a long way for me. Another thing that he's doing really well too is he also is volunteering work with abuse counseling and treatment.
Oh, wow.
I think that says a lot. But Shell Hartzer, technical service director, Rollins, among other places. Now she got her own consulting company. The brains. I mean, the brains on this woman. Just very few people can challenge her when it comes to the X's and O's. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Now, All You Need already has a mascot, so they are tournament ready. I don't know if you've seen this, but they have a full-on mascot that would fit in any basketball arena in the country. So they have that. Now, Kyle Selbach, Florida Gulf Coast University, they do have some history in the tournament. Not long and storied, but they were the first 15 seed to upset their competitors and make it to the Sweet 16 in 2013. So here we have a 14 seed, maybe trying to do the same thing and make it to the Sweet 16. We'll see. Yes, Shell, K-State again. K-State's well represented in this tournament this year. Great entomology that they're kicking out there. Now. Shell, we have to mention, is also co-host of the BCE podcast with our next competitor, which is Adam Holt. Yeah, which we'll go back to visit our 6 and 11. We heard about Kim Kelly Tunis, the 11 seed, which may be low. I mean, given the stamp of approval we heard there and the 86% chance of a win, if you're going to be putting out money on this. But Adam Holt, yeah, co-host with Shell for the BCE podcast, another University of Florida alum. How do you see this one coming out there, Bill Rattery?
Jim, I really like, it seems like all I'm doing is picking upsets today. I'm not doing that on purpose. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that this is going to be upset heavy tournament. Again, Adam Holt, look at that face. I mean, that's the face of an entomologist. It almost looks like a Jacques Cousteau type thing happening here. He jumps into everything he does with entomology with a passion. And but Kim Kelly, somebody I know personally, hung out with her at Purdue University a lot. She's a Purdue grad. The Boilermakers are just tough this year. I mean, I got Boilermakers in the NCAA tournament going Sweet 16. I think Kim Kelly could be going Final Four. I think she could be. She's got the talent and she's got the smarts. Many, many speaking engagements, and she is as everyone knows, she's the high up there at NYSIS, also past president of Pi Chi Omega, which of course is the fraternity for the entomologists for BCE. So
yeah, wow. Now Adam Holt notoriously was left out of last year's event. He was in our inaugural year. He was taken out by Sylvia Kenmuir in the second round, who was eventually our champion from BASF. But then a notorious snub in 2005, and now he's back in 2026 looking for revenge. He was one of the highest scorers in the 2024 tournament, so he is nothing to be trifled with for sure.
He's not, and I've heard him on the Coast to Coast podcast before, and boy, might not be anybody in pest control who does TikTok as well as he does. And if we're basing a lot of how people are moving on in the tournament based off of their social media representation, he's gonna be hard to beat.
It's going to be hard. Now, I'm just hearing from the booth, we have some results. This is just in live. We have results from our ace play-in matchup. Let's take a look back here. We have George Williams from Nisus playing against Lance Van Zant in our ACE play-in game. And this is just in. Lance Van Zant has scored the victory. He is moving on. So he is going to be facing our number 1 seed now. We have Pat Hoddle, freelance, been everywhere, Hall of Famer against Lance Van Zant, an ace versus a legendary BCE. What do you see in this one there, Bill?
I see roadkill. I mean, like I predicted Lance Van Zant would win that play-in game. I got that one right. I did predict it. Like I said, this guy he is in the know. He loves answering trivia questions about pest control. Clearly, he's won all those gift cards from PMP Magazine back in 2018, 2019. But Pat Hoddle, I mean, Hall of Famer, Dr. Frischman brought her into pest control. I mean, just having the Dr. Frischman vibes coming off of her. Here's once again, Dr. Frischman vibes coming in here. Just having the Doc Frischman vibes alone is going to send Pat Hoddle probably to the quarterfinals. I mean, or to the Final Four.
The Final Four. Yeah. So the aces the last 2 years. So Pat Hoddle last year was a 1 seed. She's a repeat 1 seed for us for 25 and 26. In 25, she faced Melissa Arnold from Horizon Pest Solutions.
Yes.
I think she's in Kansas. Out that
Kansas
way.
Lady. Yes.
Yes. So and that was actually an extraordinarily close game. We almost had a 16-1 upset last year, just because the aces are also not something to be trifled with. These are people that have maybe not the academic pedigree that some of the BCEs will have, but man, they have experience and they're involved. That associate certified entomologist, that's a legitimate certification, and I wouldn't take them lightly. If you do, you'll find your way onto an upset. You don't look past them.
Melissa Arnold is a fantastic lady, owns her own company in Kansas, outside of Salina, Kansas. And she started off in mill work. She was doing grains and mills and stuff like that. Well, one of her bosses one time asked her if she would mind getting a fumigation license so they could keep it in-house. She went out and got her fumigation license as a mill worker, right? Then she went out and got her pest control license, started her own company, and now she's an ace. I mean, talk about a go-getter. So, but nothing against Van Zant, but unless Pat Hoddle doesn't show up for the game, okay, this is going to be a slam dunk for Pat Hoddle.
Yeah, and based on media reports and what we're seeing, Hoddle and Iverson are working together to study and work for their best performance in this. So, man, when you have top people that are still working hard, that's hard to overcome. Lance Van Zant is outstanding. I mean, his content that goes out there, he definitely knows his stuff. But it may be too much to overcome a 1 seed, but we will see. We're still looking for our first ace to upset a 1 seed at some point. So that runs us through the entire field, but now we need to talk about what are some bubble teams. Who do you think got the snub this year that should have been in?
Well, for me, my number 1 snub was probably Marty Jones, Pooler, Georgia. He owns Prestige Pest Control. The guy's an ace, but not only an ace. If you're talking about social media content, okay, this is a guy who's been the banana inspector for the Savannah Bananas baseball team for many years. He retired this year, and Marty Jones for me could have definitely been on that list. Someone that's
Bill, hold on. Did you say banana inspector? This is G-rated for all audience. What exactly is the banana inspector?
It's on the food pyramid, a banana, as far as I know. But no, he would show up to Savannah Banana games and just make sure everyone was in their proper attire.
Gotcha. Okay. Continue.
He actually got a nice pair of underwear from him, but with Savannah Bananas.
That's not making it better, Bill.
I'm sorry. Paul Bello. I should have stopped at that second Corona. Paul Bello is somebody that works closely with Marty Jones. They're friends. They're both from Georgia, and they attend a lot of workshops together. Paul Bello has his workshops. Paul Bello's pretty much been technical director for every major company out there at some point in his career. And so Paul Bello, definitely someone that could have been on this list today. Here for me is very much a dark horse, Dave Crego from Crego Pest. Dave Crego is in California and not someone you heard of yet, but I think in the near future you'll be hearing a lot about him. Very quickly growing his company out in the SoCal area in California. And then Dr. Timothy Hewson. He's a Nebraska boy, and he from Illinois, but went to Nebraska, got his education there, and now of course works for Syngenta. Just maybe outside of Mark Vanderwerp, might be the funniest man in pest control.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So and there are too many to make into this bracket. The 400 something BCEs that are out there and the 1,200 or so ACEs. My gosh, there's just so many qualified people, and anybody that didn't make it on the list, it doesn't mean that you're not doing great work. Just absolutely fantastic stuff happening out there. But as we close out, what we're going to need to see now is who's your winner?
All right. My final four. I'm going Pat Hoddle. I'm going Michael Bentley, working his way up from the lower ranks. I'm going to go with Mark Vanderwerp and also Kyle Selbach. That's my final four. Okay. After that, my championship games will be Pat Hoddle with Mark Vanderwerp, and I'm predicting Mark Vanderwerp will be your 2026 winner. And he paid me to say this, but still, I kind of believe it.
What was it? The dunk highlights that did it for you? Did you see that? And it just
100%.
Oh my goodness!
I'll tell you a quick story. One time I spoke at a Rose convention, 400 people out in the audience, and I gave a talk on fleas. And I tell them about all these things that can bite people. And the last thing I put up there was what I thought was a kissing bug or an assassin bug. About 12 hands rose up and said, "Mr. Chopin, that is not. That's an elm seed bug."
Uh-oh.
And so the training they're getting at Rose is pretty spectacular.
Pretty awesome. Now, that's your prediction. We don't know how this is going to play out. The numbers haven't been run. The games haven't been played. We will see over the next few weeks. So we had our play-in game results. George Williams was defeated by Lance Van Zandt. So we'll have Lance Van Zandt against Pat Hoddle in the 116 seed. Our first round results are going to be released next Tuesday, March 10th. So check that out. Like and share and comment. It's all for fun. It's all fake and made up. So yeah, have fun with this, everybody. Thanks.